Hello everyone and welcome back to the shed. I've got the great honour of collaborating with a very talented woodcarver called Clint Rose, and I'll put a link to Clint's channel in the description below there. Clint, like me, has a great interest in our Anglo Saxon past, and he wants me to make a Anglo Saxon chalice, and he sent me some drawings along there, and this is what Clint wants to carve in the chalice. It's a Sutton Hoo helmet, and the patterns here are based on Saxon jewellery. He's given me the dimensions which I can work within, and I've got a little leeway to work on there. I'm so I really am. I can't express how chuffed I am to be doing this. It really is a great honour. Right, so without further ado, and let's get started. I'm just going to mark off an 8-inch piece. So excited to get started that I forgot to mention that the wood is oak. Okay, now I'll take it over to the bandsaw and cut that off. Now to get the centres. Okay, now to mount it on the lathe. The Saxons, Angles and Jutes were Germanic tribes that came from across the North Sea and English Channel in their long boats after the Romans left Britain in the year AD 410. Some Saxons were already here. There is some evidence suggesting that they were used as mercenaries. After the Romans left, the Anglo-Saxons came in greater numbers and settled here, pushing the old Romano-British further west. Eventually the West Saxon king Alfred, who reigned from 871 to around 886, and was later known as King Alfred the Great and King of the Anglo-Saxons from around 886 to 899, started the process of uniting the different kingdoms. This process was completed by King Athelstan, who reigned from 927 to 939 to form the Kingdom of England. I'm going to put a 5mm border there. Eight and a half there, and 8 centimetres there. Be where I'll be parting it off. The Saxons take their name from the distinctive blade or weapon that they use called the sax, or probably seax. It's also a generic name, Old English generic name for knife. I think I'll need more steady wrist for this one, and get the beginnings of a hole started. after some faffing about, I can bore a bigger hole in there. I've got room now to put my Forstner bit in on this Jacob's chuck. And that's the depth I want. Right. That'll make the hollowing out process a little bit easier. Hollowed out. Now I'm going to go through the grits from 150 to 400. Drop a sanding sealer, and then I'll let that dry off and put some abrasive paste on there. Just denib it first. Just give it a drop of polish. I shan't be doing the outside. I'll leave it up to Clint to decide how he's going to finish it off. Yeah, lovely old job. Okay, right, next stage is to get the actual shape of the chalice. The Anglo Saxons were beginning to be converted from worshipping the old gods such as Woden, Thor and Threa from around the end of the 6th century, and in time many of the old pagan festival days were to be replaced with the new religion, Easter being one of them. King Ethelbert was the first to be converted to Christianity around 597. Irish missionaries also helped convert the Anglo-Saxons, and it was the Pope Gregory the Great who sent the monk Augustine in 595 to pave the way. 4 days of the week are named from the old gods: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. The Anglo-Saxons and Jutes may no longer be with us, but they forged the Kingdom of England with its customs, folklore and place names, and also our English identity. Their DNA still runs in our blood, and as far away as Canada, North America and Australia and New Zealand. Just wants a little bit more sanding, obviously parted off, and I'm going to get started on another one, slightly different design, hopefully. I've made 3 for Clint. He can choose which one he wants to use for the project. The other 2 he can keep for future projects. That's the oak one. The middle one is ash, and the one there on the right is sycamore. So please pop along to Clint's channel and watch this young man work his magic on one of these rather plain chalices. Don't forget the link to his channel is in the description below. So over to you, Clint.